It's fallen, it's fallen, it's fallen.
Oh, hey. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Muns Monday. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning Munster, welcome back. So glad to have you be a part of the Munster fam. If you can't tell by the sound of my voice, I'm still under the weather, y'all, and it has gotten a little bit worse since the last time I made a video, but that's okay because I'm not going to drop the ball and not make a video for you. A little over a year ago, I made my Nintendo Switch collection, which was a very solid 5 games total, and I talked about in that video how I had plans to grow the collection as time went on, and as they continue to release titles and things like that. So I am back a little over a year later in March.
Oh, just kidding. It's April Fool's Day.
So I'm back a little more than a year later to do an updated Nintendo Switch collection video. So let's jump in. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on the games that I talked about in the original video, but I will elaborate on some of the things that I've gotten the chance to add to the collection. Let's get started. Up first is Bayonetta 2 with Bayonetta 1 included. So this one was given to me by my friend Alyssa for my birthday last year, and it is a 2-pack like I mentioned. Bayonetta 1 I played on Xbox 360 way back in the day, so when Bayonetta 2 came out, I actually had it for the Wii U, but I never finished it. So she got it for me on the Switch. Played it all the way through. Absolutely love it. If you've never played Bayonetta and you're a fan of like hack and slash, Devil May Cry, you definitely want to give it a go. It's over the top, it's ridiculous, and it's a really good game. Up next, a Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. If you can't tell by the super shimmery thing, it is still in its package. And if Alyssa is watching,
don't kill me, Liz.
She did get this for me for Christmas this past year. She's a great friend. She gives me presents. She gives me games a lot, and so a lot of the things I'll mention are from her as well. But she got me Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and it's one that I really wanted. I played the demo and I fell in love with it, so I can't wait to check it out. It just kind of has been in my backlog because there's been a whole lot of other things that I've been trying to keep up with and beat and play all the way through and yada yada yada. So I'll definitely get around to it, I promise, and I'm super excited to check it out, so you should check it out too. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. So this one was on the Wii U, and I know they ported it over to the Switch, but I never had it on the Wii U, so I thought I absolutely had to get it on the Switch. I'm a huge Donkey Kong Country fan, so it felt like the perfect place to add it to my collection, and it is super fun. It is really challenging, and I know that that's been said about this series a lot, but I am definitely going to echo that and say it is a super challenging platformer. It's really fun to play with a friend, but if your friend is not good at platformers,
Andrew, shout out to you.
They will deplete your lives so quickly, but it's really fun. It's a really good time, and so if you play by yourself or if you play with a friend, it's a really great experience from start to end. All the different characters with their different abilities really make it an enjoyable experience. We have, of course, Fire Emblem Warriors. This was one of my original 5. If you've never played a Warriors title, it's definitely an okay one. It's not my favorite, but it's worth checking out for sure. Then we have Kirby Star Allies. This was given to me by my grandma, and I absolutely treasure this game. Now, I know this game has gotten a lot of hate because it's too easy, it's too simple, whatever, but Kirby games have always been the lighter of Nintendo's platformers. In terms of difficulty, Kirby's on the easier scale, Mario's kind of balanced, and Donkey Kong has always been the most intense. But if you're a fan of Kirby and you love the different abilities, the different powers, and of course the ability to play with 4 friends was probably the most enjoyable part because everyone's screaming and laughing and having a good time. So we've definitely put in some fun hours, me and my friends, with this game. And if you've never played it, now's the perfect opportunity to pick it up because there's been so much DLC added, so many updates. It's all been free, so you should definitely check it out if you haven't already. And then Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, also one of the original 5 that I had in my collection last year. I have regretfully continued to say I have never beat this Legend of Zelda. It's the only Legend of Zelda that I have never played all the way through. I can't find the will to get through it. I just am not a huge fan of it. I know it's got Game of the Year, nominee, and it's just been raved about. I'm not a huge fan. Don't at me, don't hate me, don't give it a thumbs down because I said that, but I'm not going to say you shouldn't check it out because it might be your cup of tea. It just isn't mine. And then we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This was also given to me by my grandma. I had Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, but when they brought it to the Switch, I was looking for things that I wanted to be able to play with my friends. And of course, we put tons of hours into Mario Kart 8. It's a classic. Deluxe just adds a little bit more fun with the different modes, the different characters, more karts, things like that. So if you've never had Mario Kart 8, it's probably the best in the series, I'd say, and it's just a super good time, especially if you've got a solid group of friends to play with. So check out Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Then we have Mario Tennis Aces. I grew up on the original Mario Tennis on Nintendo 64 and the one on GameCube, and so when they announced that it was coming to the Switch, I of course was so excited. They are continuing to support this game with DLC, with characters being added every month. It's just an incredible experience. It's super fun by yourself, but it's even more fun with friends. We've had a blast playing doubles and just everybody, you know, screaming and getting some intense matches. It's a really fun game. I really like the mechanics, whether you're a classic fan of the original one like this N64 like me, or whether you like the new rules and the new mechanics, you can play either way. It's accessible to everyone. It's a really great family game, so you should definitely check out Mario Tennis Aces. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. This one was in the original 5 that I made last year. A really fantastic game if you're a fan of tactical RPGs. Not enough good things to say about it. It is pretty tough towards the end levels, but if you like that kind of stuff, you like watching your characters develop, get new weapons, get new abilities, and really having to think each step out before you make it, this is the game for you. A super solid traditional JRPG, Octopath Traveler. If you don't have this game and you're a fan of JRPGs, you are doing yourself a disservice. Square brought it when they brought this game. I mean, they brought their A game. It is so fun, so immersive. It's a really great experience. There's 8 different ways to experience the game, which is a really unique mechanic. You know, I really have enjoyed Octopath Traveler. I regrettably have not played it all the way through, but I plan to return to it one day and check it out. My ring light, of course, is going crazy and giving you some nice reflection in there. Refraction, whatever the term is. But Octopath Traveler, if you're an RPG fan, or even if you've never gotten into RPGs, I feel like it's a really great entry series for you to get into the RPG genre and really get your feet wet with what it's all about. So definitely check out Octopath Traveler. Then we have Overcooked 2. Now, I'm a huge physical versus digital fan, so I know that this is typically a digital download, but I wanted and I scoured the earth to find the physical version of this game, and it has been a super fun experience. My friends and I have played this game. It's definitely one that you want to play with friends. You don't want to play it by yourself, so don't get it unless you have like a group that you plan to actually play it with. I mean, I've never played it by myself, so I don't know if it's a fun experience or not, but it is so crazy, so over the top, so fast, and very challenging. So if you're up for a challenging puzzle kind of game that you can play with friends and scream and have a great time, Overcooked 2 is just for you. They have DLC coming out. They just announced more DLC, so you should definitely check it out. They're still supporting it, and it is a whole lot of fun. SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. This game is a very, very simplified, overly
Fan service
title. It is a lot of fun. My friends have really enjoyed playing it. It was a part of the Muns Fighting Cup. Amanda is the reigning champ of SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. Like I said, it's super simplified. There's an item-based mechanic to the game, and you know, there's different costumes and things like that that you can unlock. There's a lot of guest characters, things like that, but it is a fun time. It's definitely not one of my favorite games. It's definitely not like a complicated fighting game by any means, even though it is in the fighting game genre. It's very simple. So if you're looking for just like a simple party game that your friends can jump in and just beat each other up, then this would be for you. If you're looking for a fighting game with a really deep fighting system and complicated mechanics and really a lot of depth to the game, this would not be the game that you're looking for. Super Mario Odyssey, it was chosen to be Game of the Year for a reason. I still stand so strongly by that. If you haven't played Super Mario Odyssey, you absolutely need to. It is a Switch title that every Switch owner needs to have. It was in my original 5. I can't rave about it enough. I would play through it again in time because I just loved it and I didn't want it to end when it ended. So I absolutely love Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Party. Not to say that I was disappointed with Super Mario Party, but I was in a little bit because I feel like there's not that many game boards and some of the mini games were just limited. But overall, of course, it's Mario Party, and having it for, you know, big gatherings and having your friends over and things like that is of course really fun. So if you're looking for just like a family fun party group game, then Super Mario Party is definitely for you. How does it compare to other Mario Party entries in the series? I would say it's definitely not the best. It's not near the top, but it's definitely worth checking out. Of course, you know I got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I can't say enough good things about Smash Ultimate. It's definitely the best Smash game to date, has the largest roster, fastest mechanics. I mean, all the characters are back. Everything that you could want in a Smash game is embodied in this Smash title. So if you don't have Smash Ultimate, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You need to go get it right now. They're obviously still supporting it over the next year with the new characters and stages that are coming out. Joker from Persona 5, Represent, is going to be the first one, dropping this month actually, so the wait is finally over for my boy. He's joining the Smash Ultimate roster, and we're eagerly anticipating who the other 4 characters in the Fighter Pass are going to be. So don't miss out on everything that Smash Ultimate is. Go pick up your copy today and do yourself a favor. You won't regret it. Up next is Sushi Striker, The Way of Sushido. So Sushi Striker, it's a tongue twister, is a really enjoyable puzzle game. If you're a fan of the puzzle genre, then you will absolutely feel at home with Sushi Striker. It has a little bit of like Pokemon mechanics in a sense, because you collect the sushi spirits, the sushi sprites, I don't remember what they're called. The sushi sprites, says it on the back. But you collect them, you can see him right here. You collect them through the game. They give your Sushi Striker different abilities, they affect the board, what you can do, and then they level up and they evolve and stuff. So that was super addicting for me, was to try to collect them all, unlock them all, and see them evolve and see how they change and adapt over time. So it's a really cool game. I had never had the chance to play it with friends, but I'm assuming it would be a really fun game to play with friends, and definitely the Pokemon mechanic keeps you coming back, wanting to collect them all and level them up and evolve them. Then we have Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. So I had Tales of Vesperia on Xbox 360, and when I found out that there was another version exclusive to Japan that had Flynn as a full party member and Patty,
I was really upset that we did not get that in America.
So naturally, when they announced that they were bringing the Definitive Edition for the first time ever to America on the Switch, it was only in my blood that I had to get this game. And I have always been a Tales fan. Tales of Symphonia was my first, but Tales of Vesperia definitely has a special place in my heart as well. It's a really good time, and I love having the opportunity to play it with my friends and getting them to experience the Tales of series. And it's just so fun. It feels really natural on the Switch. So if you've never played a Tales of game, you should definitely consider checking out Tales of Vesperia. It is worth your time and your money. The last of the original 5 was Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I beat this game. I cannot say enough good things about it. I know there's total mixed opinions online. A lot of people say it wasn't good, the characters were weak, the story was whatever. I can't relate to that at all. I was so into the characters, loved the voice acting, loved the story, loved the gameplay, everything about it, the music, the world. There's not enough good things I can say about it. I just loved it that much. So if you've never played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you don't need to, like, this was my first Xenoblade Chronicles, so you don't need to play any of the others in the series to understand what's going on. I guess I could say that lightly without spoiling anything. There are subtle references to other games, other entries in the series, but not so significant that you wouldn't be able to enjoy this game to the fullness that I was able to, having not played the others. So definitely check out Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And the latest addition to my Switch family collection, and I mean the latest, as in I literally just got back from the store picking this up, is Yoshi's Crafted World. So I love Yoshi games. I grew up playing like Yoshi's Story on 64, Yoshi's Island on the DS and the Game Boy Advance, and even back on the Super Nintendo. So it felt at home that I had to get Yoshi's Crafted World. I am so excited to try it out. As you could tell, just like with Toad, it's super shimmery. It's still in the package. I literally haven't even opened it. I just got back from the store with it, and I'm so excited to crack this open and play it. I'm actually going to try to convince my mom to play it with me, because I've heard it's a pretty user-friendly platformer, and I've heard really good reviews. It looks awesome. It looks adorable, so I can't wait to get into Yoshi's Crafted World. My Switch family collection has grown from what started as 5 to now 19 titles in my collection. I'm so excited. There's so many amazing games that Nintendo is coming out with for the Switch. There's so many this year that you guys know, like Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, the Three houses and Pokemon Sword and Shield and so many others. So I can't wait to see what the Switch does, what it grows into, what it becomes, and just what they continue to bring and put out for such an amazing console. So let me know in the comment section below, what's your favorite game that I have? I want to know what we agree on. And if there's a game I don't have in my collection, what do you think I should add? You could let me know just by popping a comment right down below, and I'll be responding to every comment. I always respond to every single comment that is left on my videos. I so appreciate you guys taking the time to leave feedback, answering my questions, and just interacting with me. It means so much to me. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you like the Switch. And if you are not a Munster and you're not a part of the Munster fam, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right down below. It's so easy, it takes less than 3 seconds. Hit the bell icon if you want to be notified every time I post a video. And until next time, guys, I love y'all, and I will see you really, really soon.